What's up, guys? It's Real Life Retro here, and we're trying something a little bit different with this video, so feel free to share your opinions down in the comments below. But today, we're going to be talking about something really special, an icon of the early 2000s internet. So if you enjoy content that's nostalgic from the early 2000s, from the late 90s, if you like toys, tech, games, all that fun stuff, then make sure you like and subscribe, because I do my best to put out content for you guys every single week. So like and subscribe, join our community, and let's talk about RuneScape. So if you're not familiar, RuneScape is one of the first hugely popular, massively multiplayer online role-playing games, an MMORPG. This came out, was made widely available to the public in 2001 at the birth of internet. Well, not really. More like when the internet became hugely popular, accessible for most people. And most people my age, the millennials, were looking for a place to call home in this new frontier of cyberspace. And for millions of people, that place turned out to be RuneScape. Now, RuneScape as a game is your pretty typical medieval fantasy RPG. You play an adventuring hero. You can build your character to be a warrior, a wizard, an archer, or anything in between, really. You go around the world, kill monsters, do quests, chop down trees, find treasure, and fight your friends and die and lose all your items. Yeah, it had its own punishing elements. It's really frustrating to grind and then lose all your items pick a fight you can't win. So I've done that a couple of times, if you can't tell. It really was special. There wasn't anything out there like this, especially not for free. And that's a big part of what made it so popular, is it was free to play. Millions of players who couldn't afford EverQuest or World of Warcraft at the time flocked to the world of RuneScape to have adventures with their friends. I remember back when I was in high school, there were a group of kids who would take over the library computers. Now at this time, RuneScape was a browser-based game, so you didn't have to install it to play it. You could go to the RuneScape website and play there in a little window about the size of a postage stamp, and it worked. They were very coordinated. They would just go do dungeons and raids together, and I thought that was really neat. Like, a lot of the other kids weren't too happy about it, but I appreciated the effort, you know. Game recognized game. That was really cool. But yeah, it was a browser-based, free-to-play MMO in an age where that was a big deal. One of my dear friends, Steven, back when I was a kid, was at one time one of the top 50th richest people in the game. You had banks where you could store your items so that when you died, you didn't lose everything and have to start all over from scratch, which, as I can tell you, was frustrating. Now, I never really got too deep into the game, but what I want to do here is take you on a journey throughout the new player experience of the game. You see, as it grew, it developed. There was RuneScape 2, and now there's RuneScape 3. But so many people loved the older version of the game that the developers eventually put out what we now call old school RuneScape. And that's the version we'll be playing today, because that's the version so many of us are nostalgic for. So much so that old school RuneScape's population dwarfs the population of RuneScape 3. It's pretty much the most played version by any metric you choose, and the Jagex, the developers, know that, and they've continued to support it. So I think that's really cool. These days, you can even play old school RuneScape on your phone. And you don't even have to start up a special account. It's not a separate instance. It's just RuneScape. You can play here on your computer and hop right over to your phone when you're leaving for work or school or whatever. Hop on and keep slaying goblins. How cool is that? I'd love if World of Warcraft did that. No, RuneScape, a game from 2001 made that happen. Anyway, we're going to hop on over to the game now, and I'm going to walk you guys through the old school RuneScape new player experience. Alright, so here we are at the startup screen for RuneScape. So we're going to go ahead and set world 418 to our default world here, which is fine. You can also make it full screen. I'm not going to do that just for recording purposes here. You can change up how the music is played and all that, which is fine. I'm going to leave the music like this just because the MIDI music of RuneScape is an indelible part of the old school RuneScape experience. So we're going to go ahead and just get into it. Click play now. Okay, so after over 5 minutes of trying to figure out a version of my name that wasn't taken, because I've set up old accounts in the past and just can't be bothered to get back into them. Yeah, so this is going to be our character for the foreseeable future. Retro Coyote, but with the O's as zeros, because we are a lame internet person. So, if you are interested in playing along with me, if you want this to be a long overgoing series as we continue our adventures in RuneScape, add me to your friend list. We can have fun. Alright, so now that we've chosen our name, finally, we're going to go ahead and build our character. I do not want pigtails. Okay, very cool. So this is a relatively close approximation of me. So we're going to hop into the game. Okay, click here to continue. Well, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Getting started. Before you begin, have a read through the controls guide in the top left of the screen. Very cool. Use the arrow keys to rotate the camera. Okay, very good. Oh, it's inverted. Ooh, okay. Left click a point to move there. Alternatively, you can left click a point on the mini-map instead. This mini-map is probably the most useful mini-map in all of gaming. Like, I'm not even kidding, guys. This is so helpful for so many reasons. So when you're ready to get started, click on the Galenor guide, or Gale... Yeah, he's indicated by the flashing yellow arrow. Greetings, I see you're a new arrival to the world of Galenor. My job is to welcome all new visitors. Welcome. You've already learned the first thing needed to succeed in the world, which is talking to other people. Okay, up here it says follow the instructions in the chat box to complete the tutorial. Chat box can be found at the bottom of the screen. Thank you. You will find many inhabitants of the world have useful things to say. By clicking on them, you can talk to them. Before we get going, if you would be so kind as to let me know how much experience you have with old school RuneScape, that would be wonderful. Okay, cool. I am brand new. This is my first time here. I want to give you guys just a full-on, out-and-out new player experience. So we're going to pretend like we're idiots. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's another thing. Your character has dialogue, and you get a portrait of your character looking very blocky 3D. I did not know I had the Abe Lincoln beard going on, but you know what? I'll take it. Wonderful, thank you. Now then, let's start by looking at your settings menu. Click on the flashing spinner in the thing to do the thing, yeah, yeah. Okay, we can now see a variety of settings. We can click all the settings. Okay, talk to the guide to continue. Let me actually view house options, open bond pouch. Okay, so this is all stuff that we'll muck about with later. Come here. There you go. Looks like you're making good progress. The menu you just opened is one of many you'll learn about, and the rest as you progress through the tutorial. Anyway, I'd say it's time for you to go and meet your first instructor. Okay, so this is pretty much how the world works. Alright, this is how the world works, but it is. Click on the door, it opens. You see we have 4 more options. Chop down tree, walk here, examine door, examine tree. Right? So what we can do here is click here in the mini-map. It'll stick a flag in, and our character will hightail it. And we talk to the survival expert. Hello there, newcomer. My name is Brenna. My job is to teach you about the skills you'll use to survive in this world. First skill we'll look at is fishing. There's some shrimp in this pond here. Let's catch some. We got a small fishing net. And to view the item, we open up our pack here. Use small fishing net. Very cool. Hold on. No, hold on. Okay. This is your inventory. You can view all your items here, including the net you've just been given. Okay, so what we're going to do here, there we are. Use small fishing net. Very good. And so, there we go. We're attempting to catch some shrimp, and we did. We'll go ahead and click here to continue. Click on the flashing bar graph. So these are skills. They go from 1 to 99. And getting 99 in your skills is a big deal in RuneScape. Apparently some people will get together and hold level 99 parties where that's just what they do, is they max out their skills, and I think that's really neat. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and talk to Brenna again. Managed to catch some shrimps. Good work. Now that you have some shrimp, you're going to want to cook them. To do that, you'll need a fire. This brings us on to wood cutting and fire making. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop down this tree here, which we click on the tree, and we just immediately go to just straight up Arborside. Hooray, everybody. So what we're going to do here is make our first fire. We're going to actually walk over here without catching ourselves on fire. We're going to click our tinder box and our logs. There we go. Next, we're going to click shrimp, click the fire, and we cook them. Well done. You've cooked your first meal. Speak to the expert if you want to recap. Otherwise, you can go ahead and move on. Click the gate shown, follow the path. Very cool. So we're going to go ahead and just move on. Whoop, open the gate. Open the door. Here we are, and we'll talk to the Master Chef. Welcome newcomer. I'm the Master Chef, Lev. It's here I'll teach you how to cook food truly fit for a king. I already know how to cook. Brenna just taught me how to. You call that cooking? Some shrimp on an open log fire? No, I'm going to teach you the fine art of cooking bread. The Master Chef gives us some water and some flour. Very cool. This is the base for a great many meals. To make dough, you must mix flour with water. And just like we did for the shrimp and all that cool stuff, we're going to click on the flour and the water, and we've made some dough. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click on the cooking range and make some bread. And there we go. Well done. You've baked your first loaf of bread. As you gain experience in cooking, you'll be able to make other things, like pies and cakes. You can now use the next door to move on. If you'd like a recap, then talk to the Master Chef. Very cool. So we're going to actually go ahead and move on. Come on now. Haha. Welcome, adventurer. I'll tell you all about quests. Let's start by opening your quest list. Okay, free quests. Okay, so yeah, there are some quests that are free, obviously. There's your character summary. Very cool. Free quests. Achievement diaries. Very cool. Now that you have the list open, you can see all the quests within it. Clicking on one of them will display some more information about it. If you haven't started the quest yet, it'll tell you where to begin and the requirements you'll need. If the quest is in progress, it'll remind you of what to do next. It's very easy to find quest start points. Just look for the quest icon on your minimap. You should see one marking this house. It's like that blue little compass there. The quests themselves can vary from according to bread, beads, to hunting dragons. Completing quests will reward you with all sorts of things like new areas and better weapons. There's not a lot more I can really tell you about questing. You have to experience the thrill yourself to fully understand. Let me know if you want to recap, otherwise you can move on. It's time to enter some caves. Click the ladder to go down to the next area. There it is. Very cool. Okay, so off we go. Let's get you a weapon. Or more to the point, you can make a weapon. Don't panic, the mining instructor will help you. Talk to him and he'll tell you all about it. There he is. Dude's just got a cave under his house. Hi there, you must be new around here. So, what do I call you? Newcomer seems so impersonal, and if we're going to be working together, I'd rather call you by your name. You can call me Retro Coyote. Okay then, Retro Coyote, my name is Dezik, and I'm a miner by trade, so let's teach you how to mine. Mining is very simple. All you need is a pickaxe. Rocks around here contain tin and copper, so why don't you get started by mining some? Alright, it's quite simple really. Alright, all you need to do is click on it. So we're going to mine the tin rocks. There we are. Now we just need some copper. Over here we have copper. It's very convenient. You used to have to go all the way around the world for these two ingredients. So now we have some tin and copper. We're going to smelt the ore. And we've just made bronze. Speak to the instructor and he'll show you how to make it into a weapon. Okay, I have a bronze bar. What now? Now that you've got that bar, you can smith it into a weapon. To smith something, you'll need a hammer and an anvil. There's some anvils just here that you can use. See if you can make a bronze dagger. And we gave us a hammer. Okay, we'll need enough metal bars to make the desired item, as well as a handy anvil. To start the process, click on the anvil, or use the bar on it. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and click the anvil. We'll head on over. And we just need to make a dagger. But you can see here the wide variety of things that we can make. But for now, we're just going to complete the quest and make our dagger. Congratulations, got your first weapon. Now it's time to move on. Move through the gates as shown by the arrow. Remember, you may need to move the camera to see your surroundings. Speak to the instructor for a recap at any time. Hi, my name's Retro Coyote. Do I look like I care? You're just another newcomer who thinks they're ready to fight. I'm Vanaka, the greatest swordsman alive, and I'm here to teach you the basics of combat. So let's get started by teaching you how to wield a weapon. Alright, we now have access to our equipment interface. Very cool. So, view equipment stats. Okay, so we can go ahead and click our dagger to equip it. There we go. Very cool. Very good, but that little butter knife isn't going to protect you much. Let's get you something a bit better. Once you're properly equipped, we can move on to some actual combat. We got a bronze sword and shield. Very cool. So, just like before, we're going to equip it. So, sword and shield. So we have a combat interface. We can lunge, slash, block, all that cool stuff. You can select an attack style that we'll use in combat. Using different attacks might give you different types of experience. As well as this, monsters are weak to certain attack styles. Click on the gates to continue. Okay. Dooby-dooby-doo, dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby. Open up the gate. Attack the giant rat. Yeah! I'm gonna take those bones. Okay. So, let's go talk to the instructor. We just killed our first rat. Very cool. Yes, I saw. You seem better than I thought. Now that you've grasped basic swordplay, let's move on. Next up, we've ranged combat. Now with this, you can kill foes from a distance. With range, you'll be able to attack the rats without entering the pit, meaning they won't be able to fight back. Okay? So once equipped with range gear, try killing another rat. We won't need to enter the pit this time. Very cool. So, we'll equip the arrows and the bow. Very cool. Now we're just going to go ahead and select the rat. Yeah, sometimes you will not deal damage, but I am still getting XP, so that helps. Let me actually check my equipment. Is there... Yes. So you do have finite arrows, so you will need to make more. You can do this with the fletching skill, I think. So you've completed your tasks here. So let's move on. Click the ladder, and we'll move on. Here we go, everybody. Click the ladder. There we go. Follow the path, and you will come to the front of the building. This is the bank, where you can store your most valued items. To open your bank, just click on the indicated booth. Very cool. We have 25 gold, and we're going to let that set. This is the poll booth. Now this is actually interesting. Poll booths are found in taverns and towns across the world. The old school RuneScape community is invited to vote on future game updates to decide whether each update should or shouldn't be released. Voting is open to members with a skill total of 300. To preserve the old school character of the game, an update must gain 70% support to be released. So that, I think, is really, really neat. Oh, here we go. A flag appears on the booth to let you know when you're invited to vote in a poll. Polls are run periodically to let the RuneScape community vote on how the game should or shouldn't change. When you're ready, move on through the indicated door. This guide will tell you about your account. Just click on him to hear what he has to say. Hello, who are you? Oh, I'm the account guide. I'm here to tell you about your account. What's an account? Your character is your account. It's what you are using to play the game right now. Everyone here has one, and some people even have multiple. There's various things you can do with your account, which is where the account management menu comes into play. Let's look at it now. Okay, here we are. Dooba-dooba-doo. This is your management menu, where you can control various aspects of your account. Talk to the account guide to learn more. As you can see, there's a few things we can do with the account. First, you have a membership. All accounts are free to play by default, but if you desire, you can buy membership to unlock members' worlds. These worlds give you access to extra skills, areas, quests, and more. I'm sorry, what's a world? A world is where you play the game. Most worlds can hold about 2,000 players. They're split up into two main types, free and members. You can swap between them with the world switcher in the logout menu. You're currently on a free world, and if you want to switch to a members world and enjoy all the benefits, you'll need to purchase a membership. You can do using the store in the account management menu. Bonds are another thing you should know about. You can purchase bonds from the store in the account management menu. Once you have some bonds, you can redeem them for a membership. But why would I use a bond instead of just buying membership normally? Well, unlike membership, bonds can be traded with other players. You can purchase a bond and then sell it to another player for some gold. Alternatively, you could just use your gold to buy a bond from another player. So if I use my gold to buy a bond from another player, I could get membership without spending any real money? Exactly. Next up, you have your inbox and your name changer. The inbox is where you'll get important information related to your account in the game, so be sure to keep an eye on it. The name changer lets you change your name, though if you don't like your current one. Just be aware, though, that this is only available to accounts with membership. Okay, awesome. Is there anything else I should know? Well, your account's really valuable and important to you, so look after it. Various tools can help you with this, like bank pins and two-factor authentication options. You'll find more info on the account security in the customer support webpage. You can use useful links section on the account management menu to get there. Anyway, that's everything I got to tell you about accounts. Let me know if you need any recap. Otherwise, you're free to head on to your next instructor. Cool. Very cool. Okay, we can get out of that. Dibba-dibba-dib. Where do I go? Follow the path to the chapel and enter it. Once it's at, talk to the monk. He'll tell you about the prayer skill. Gotta go to the chapel and talk to the monk. Here we go. He's a lame monk, not a kung fu monk. Good day, brother. Ah! I was just talking to you. Good day, brother. Hello, I'm Brother Brace. I'm here to tell you all about prayer. Click on the prayer icon. Talk with Brother Brace and he'll tell you about prayer. This is your prayer list. Prayers can help a lot in combat. Click on the prayer you wish to activate and click it again to deactivate it. Active prayers will drain your prayer points, which you can recharge by finding an altar or other holy spot and clicking prayer. Now, as you've noticed, most enemies will drop bones when defeated. Burying bones by clicking them in your inventory will gain you prayer experience. I'm also the community officer around here, so it's my job to tell you about your friends and ignore lists. Yep, okay. Whoa. Let me go ahead. I'm tangled up in my mouse cord. Let me click on the friends list. These two lists can be helpful for keeping track of your friends or blocking people you don't like. You can swap between the two by using the bottom right corner of the menu. Speak with Brother Brace to learn more. Right, so now I'll tell you a little bit about each list. You can add people to them by clicking the add button and typing their name into the box that appears. You can remove people from the list in the same way. If you add someone to the ignore list, they won't be able to talk to you or send any info or messages to you. Your friends list shows the online status of your friends. Friends are red if offline, green if online and on the same world, and friends in yellow are online but in different worlds. Oh, okay, thanks. I'll bear that in mind. We're almost finished on Tutorial Island. Pass through the door and head to the final instructor. Very cool. Get out of here. Magic. Gotta learn magic from the wizard. Here he is. Hello! Good day, newcomer. My name is Tarova. I'm here to tell you about magic. Let's start by opening your magic interface. Oh! This is your magic interface. All your spells can be found here. This is currently filtered only to show the spells that you have magic level 4. You can change this in the filter menu. Currently, you can only cast one offensive spell called Wind Strike. So let's try it out on one of these chickens. We got some runes. Okay, so we have some runes. All spells require runes to cast. Look for the Wind Strike spell in our magic interface. Click on the spell to select it, and click on a chicken to cast it. Talk to the instructor if you need more runes. Okay, so we need to boop. Click on Wind Strike. Click on chicken. Hadouken! Wind Strike, chicken. Wind Strike, chicken. Oh, okay. I don't have to kill the chicken, I just have to attack it. You're all finished here now. I'll give you a reasonable number of runes when you leave. Okay? You want to go to the mainland. Would you like to talk to the Iron Man tutor first to learn about becoming an Iron Man? We're going to go to the mainland for now. I don't want to worry about Iron Man stuff. That's a totally different situation. When you get to the mainland, you'll find yourself in the town of Lumbridge. Want some ideas on where to go next? Talk to my friend Adventurer John. Can't miss him. He's wearing light blue armor with a huge sword. There are also many tutors willing to teach you about the many skills you can learn. When you get to Lumbridge, look out for John. He can be found outside of the Sheared Ram pub. Prepare yourself. Whoop, there we go. We are now in Lumbridge. So there's Adventurer John. Lucky for you, that's why I'm here. Adventure paths. A long time ago, I was a newbie like you and didn't know what to do. I would be more than happy to pass on my experience. I've made some adventure paths I recommend to start off with. It's a list of tasks you can complete in any order. To help you get started on your adventure path, I'll also give you a starter kit with some helpful items. Once you've completed a path, come talk to me and I'll give you a reward. By opening your quest panel and selecting the flashing yellow star. Here we go. Adventure paths. Very cool. Oh, cool. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and get on the Gatherer path, because I like crafting in any game I'm in. It's always just more fun for me. Reach level 5 in the fishing skill. Very cool. We can do that. The music here is so good. It's iconic, y'all. Alright, so we gotta go fishing. I'm gonna go ahead and work on these adventure paths and level up my gathering skills and stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and close off the gameplay video here. But this is RuneScape, guys, and I'm hoping you can kind of see what we saw in it. Yes, I know it's obviously dated and kind of crunchy looking by today's standards, but you can kind of understand the way we talk about it, and you can probably hear from the music. It's very memey. You've probably heard a couple of like the music and a couple of memes. Tearzu uses a lot of RuneScape references in his videos. But what I'm hoping is that if you haven't tried it yet, if you're a bit too young for this, I've encouraged you to at least give it a look, give it a try. You can play it on your phone. It's an app. You can play it on your PC or your tablet, whatever. They've made this the most accessible version of RuneScape available, probably the most accessible MMORPG. You can play it anywhere, guys, and it's really worth giving it a shot. So I definitely encourage you guys to try it, and let me know down in the comments if you want me to add you to my friends list. I certainly will. But I'm going to go ahead and play this for a while, and we'll go from there. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our little trip through memory lane here with old school RuneScape. If you did, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And until then, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!